get game two here in the series. Unfortunately, dropped the first one 1-0. We'll say a crucial series this weekend. So talk about your team's performance overall this afternoon.
Well, defensively, I thought we did pretty good, even though we had one mishap that cost us 2 runs in each game.
Right.
One came at a bad moment. One came early in the game, in game 2.
Right.
One was at a crucial time in game 1.
Right.
But for the most part, I think that the kids did a good job of maintaining their defense, and they made some great plays, did some good cut and relays, did some good things to get those outs and get us out of some trouble.
Right.
But for the most part, I think our offense, we got to get our offense going, because that kid, pretty much took us to the limit of our abilities, today, and it just took basically a lot more courage, in that 6th inning in the last this game 2 to just come through. A little more smarts, a little more patience, a little more deliver what you're supposed to deliver when you need it,
Right.
So unfortunately, it's a game you got to play every inning.
Right.
And we waited up to the 6th inning and got 5 runs. It gave us enough insurance for any other issues that we had, their comeback or whatever they were trying to get. But for the most part, pleased that they fought, and that's the key. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde team. They just they just snap out of it, and the next thing you know, you're winning the game, and that's good. That's a good trait to have. Like, you're never gonna quit. And that's a good thing.
Right. Let's briefly go back to game 1. Like you said, the error at such a crucial time. But talk about too, like you said, just elaborate a little more on how good the defense was, up until that point, a key mistake, and then Hannah too, just kind of scattered those hits over the innings, and in a scoreless game kept you in there.
Yeah, I thought it was not traditionally. We usually start like Hannah first,
right?
And for her to go out there and just mark up some good innings and do a good job, it was awesome. I thought the kid really battled, and I think her defense picked her up really well.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of crucial situations. Like I said, we just had that one hiccup in that 7th inning. We get that last out, 0-0 going into the end there,
right?
And then you never know what's going to happen. But if you just play with us a little bit,
right.
And we keep messing with this team, they're eventually going to wake up and they're going to end up getting you.
Right.
So I guess it's kind of a lesson that we need to know too. Is like when it's time for us to put a team away, we have to do it.
Right.
And don't clown around. But fortunately, we were on the other end of that today.
Right.
So.
Right. And so let's go to game 2, especially in that 6th inning. It looked like, talk about your strategy going to 6th inning, because it really looked like you were attacking early in the count. And was that something y'all talked about before that inning to get to her quick?
All I asked the girls to do was just take they had a lot of energy going into something.
Yeah.
But I said it was a little misdirected,
mm-hmm.
and it's not that, they're the ones that got to swing the bat. It really comes down to it.
Right.
Somebody somewhere in their head, each one of them, got confidence from each person.
Mm-hmm.
And they just started hitting.
Right.
And they started chaining hits together.
Right.
They started making things happen. They actually put the ball on the ground.
Right.
And, a lot of our outs were up in the air and backwards Ks.
Right.
Or swinging through Ks. So now we're in a situation where, we had 1 hit, then 2 hits, and then 3 hits, and then,
right.
The bomb. And,
right.
It was awesome, and then we did a little base running stuff too.
Right.
Trying to manufacture another run off a strikeout.
Right.
And that's kind of nice when you can get a run off a strikeout.
Sure. Right.
But that's what we got to do. That's Division I softball.
Right.
You got to play all the time, as hard as you can.
Right. Talk about Brittany's home run real quick. I talked to her, said she was supposed to bunt. I don't know if that ball landed yet. So she had. So just talk about her and that key moment and that at that.
They were playing their defense for the bunt.
Yeah.
Just the sacrifice over. We weren't putting the bat on the ball. We weren't doing anything.
Right.
So it was kind of like more in our favor to do something like that. And then after the first bunt, I just decided that's it.
Right.
It.
Right.
And then I think she took the next pitch, and then for a ball, and then the next pitch was delivered out of the yard, which was kind of cool. It's awesome when you can quick strike with 3 runs and take a lead at the same time.
Right.
And that's what we got to do. That's what we'll do. Sometimes it doesn't go to script. sometimes you got to change,
Right.
and that's the way it goes.
Yeah. And finally, Coach, weather permitting, if we get the Game 3 of the series tomorrow, like we talked about earlier, and you're trying to hold on to your position, in the conference, so it's a key series. What do you need to do to take the series tomorrow?
I just told the girls to be ready. That the weather reports are changing. And,
Right.
expect to play.
Right.
We got the tarp going on right now, and we'll be out here tomorrow at the game time, whatever we pick, and based on the weather, and we'll just go at it, play 7 innings, do our best. That's all we can do.
Absolutely. Any other comments, Coach?
That's it.
All right.